Hello everybody, Manithral here, and welcome to the weekly update video for RS3 now. Before we get into the update, I do want to say there was a reason why there wasn't an update last week for OSRS, but we will get into that this week, which is actually going to be a double week, essentially, for the update. But we'll get into that. It has to do with the server outage that happened. But this is for RS3, so we'll focus on that today. So this week we see some quality of life mini strike, which we'll be covering in the patch notes, but there is some pretty important ones to go over. But to top it off, we have the Advent Calendar is being here. So you get one free gift plus an extra key each day you log in through December. If you open your 15 days, you'll get a new portable snowfall or a cosmetic override. So as you can see here, you got snow all over you. It's actually kind of neat. But there's all sorts of things, and there's going to be all sorts of events going on through December, so do keep that in mind. There's probably going to be a yak track coming soon, and all that kind of stuff. And just expect more events and festivity kind of events for this kind of month versus big high-scale updates. Though we do still have the potential leak into the new skill that is coming up sometime next year. I'm looking for that new skill to release shortly after the Fresh Start Worlds comes to an end. But we still have the Bond Bundle reminder, so don't forget there is the Premium Aura Bundle, which is 5 bonds, but you'll get the Desert Pantheon, the Majorette, the Dwarven Instinct. So it's pretty good for the Kalista Legendary Pet and the Grow Surge Bundle. This also counts for the Tiztok Legendary Pet and the Grow Surge Bundle. They both cost 6 bonds each, but it's enough to get not only the Legendary Pet, but up to its full growth. And then you got the Keepsake Keys and Dies plus 1 bond. But also don't forget the one that is not being mentioned right now. They actually don't have it on this list for some reason, is the bank space one, which is an extra 250 bank spaces. So do go check all those out if any of those have an interest for you. And Fresh Starts Worlds is going into week 10 out of 16, so it is getting to dwindle down a little bit more. So the changes this week is that it is 120% XP, well, plus 120% XP for skills below 70, and plus 60% XP for skills above 70. There's a continuation of free deaths. There's still the 20% chance to double a monster drop. Still a 40% chance to gather doubled materials. Still has the tier 5 auras, and still has the plus 100% accuracy in combat. And don't forget that the merch update is here, and I will say I checked it out shortly after I seen it last week. The Black Party hat, as of last week, was actually already sold out. But that doesn't mean there's still not a RuneScape goodness in there. Especially my favorite, the Jolly Boar in mug. So there's some still pretty cool stuff there to go. And then before we get into the patch notes, we have the community showcase, which we have, okay, who we got here? From at Willoway, showing off all the currently known majorettes, which there is quite a few here, and pretty cool to see them all. And then we go into a very interesting imagery here by Whisperer with Siru. Very cool, very cool. That looks like a actual painting. That is very cool. And then this looks pretty sweet too. We have another one here from Ariaton, showcasing their character, which pretty sweet. And don't forget RuneTube. There's one here by the RS guy. I made a terrible mistake. Hardcore Ironman. So he's run into some trouble. I'm guessing he probably lost maybe one of his lives. But RS guy, he's quite the legend. So do check out his stuff. Then we got killing these 3 easy bosses makes bank now. Which I honestly can't tell who they are from the imagery. Oh, Vindicta and Gorvik, I can tell that one. That's... Well, that one looks like Karapek. But I don't know. I could be wrong. But anyway, do check this out. It's a little bit of a guide. It's from Init Yeah. Do check theirs out. There's also from Nuz Nuz, the Road to the Party hat. It says a huge drop made big facing their biggest fear. So do check that out as well. Then we have the Skipper screenshots. One from Aya. Pretty cool imagery. Sad about Aya though. I finally found out what happens there. And then Haze is... Oh, that was by 4D Oranges. And this is here by Haze, showing off the Yeti Village. Looking pretty cool. Actually, I love that landscape. Then we have the Pink Skirts events, which is going to be starting Mega Duck Hunt by Steve20058 and Mega Duck, Wednesday, November 30th at 1900 Game Time, World 39, Falador Park. FC is Mega Duck. And then you have Town Q&A hosted by Princess Ray, Saturday, December 3rd at 2300 Game Time, World 3 for Rock West Bank. And yes, guys, it is soon December already. Now we'll head into the patch notes, which is the main thing for this week. So, Dragon Weapon special attacks have been rebalanced, which we will discuss here in a little bit. God Books can now charge up to 24 hours. God Book tooltips have been updated to better emphasize their effects. You can no longer gain effects from the Scripture of Bic without using a charge. And might I add, Jaggets, there was already one issue where the spam filter did not apply to these books, and somebody was using one of these books in every single second until it was out of charges. It was spamming the person. Desert, Ice, and Jungle Strafe Worms no longer require a Slayer task to attack. Elves and Nihils will now consistently spawn as the captured variant when newly placed in the player-owned Slayer dungeon. NPCs placed before now will continue to spawn at a random variant. Super Gothic's Restored Potions no longer give adrenaline. Runecrafting Talismans have been updated to better reflect their usage. And Crystal Tools Tooltip now accurately reflects their effects. So, special attack adjustments. This is for the Dragon equipment, and it said it'll be great to finally have it in game. Since special attacks are reintroduced to RuneScape, a lot have fallen into the useless category, and some of them is actually the Dragon weapons mostly. So they're hoping to see with this rebalancing and this fixing that some of these will actually make it into their way into amulets. Making, dragon weapons a little bit more valuable. The Dragon Dagger will now deal 85 to 165% ability damage per hit. It is no longer a channeled ability as well. The Dragon Halberd now deals 50 to 190% ability damage each hit. No longer channeled, no longer has a cooldown. Fixed an issue that causes players to change target or not hit some targets twice when casting. Dragon Mace deals 150 to 310% ability damage. Adrenaline cost has been reduced to 20, so that's a powerhouse of a move. And removed the damage roll offset, which was previously less likely to roll low than high. The Dragon 2H Sword now deals 230 to 350% ability damage. The adrenaline cost has been reduced to 50, and they increased the range of the special attack from 3x3 to 5x5. Then we have the Dragon Claws, which is now deals a total of 184% to 600% ability damage across. This is across 4 hits, so guys. Removed the stall from the ability animation, is no longer channeled. The Dragon Longsword now deals 90 to 410% ability damage. The attack now features a raised hit cap. And Dragon Hatchet moved the effect to apply on hit rather than on cast. Adrenaline cost has been reduced to 30. Then we have the Dragon Scimitar, which now deals 50 to 210% ability damage. The adrenaline cost has been reduced to 25, and now grants a new buff on hit. Increases hit chance with slash attacks by 25% for 1 minute. Dragon Battle Axe now has a buff bar icon, and the Armadillo Battle Staff now has a channeling buff bar icon. Now for the General, the What's New interface has been removed from Commander Conrad and Captain Kane at Barbarian Assault. A new item is available from the Traveling Merchant. The Horn of Honor can now be redeemed for Barbarian Assault honor points. The lighting in the Dungeon of Disorder has been fixed. The lighting in the Polypore Dungeon has been improved for better visibility. The collection of notes from the Zamorak Lord of Chaos pre-release event are now obtainable once again from their allocated monsters such as the Black Knights, Dagon High, Greater Demons, and the Monks of Zamorak. The collection of notes can now be reclaimed from the player-owned house. A collection of Zamorakian notes achievement has been added and is worth 10 rune score for collecting all 5 notes. The Madness of Malediction achievement has been fixed and now gives 20 rune score as intended. 2 or 4 Skeleton Wyvern variants are affected by the dragon modifiers. These have been removed. Skeleton Wyverns aren't dragons. Quest overviews released after the Aftermath quest no longer display 6-age text about the gods of Gielinor and your World Guardian powers. And softened the wording of suggested requirements in the Aftermath quest overview and removed its disclaimer. Added a timeline category in the quest below the World Guardian for quests to take place post-Aftermath. Added an age category in the quests list below 6 age for quests that take place post-Aftermath. So, a lot of cool stuff going on, a lot of cool stuff to be coming, and it seems like they're getting ready for something big. New skill, perhaps? But that'll do it for today's video, so thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, later, guys.